Welcome to Get Creative. I'm Shellie and this is your creative news for the week of October 28th, 2008. So Microsoft is at it again with an encore performance of the wildly successful FizzPop Design Challenge. FizzPop brings together the nation's top interactive web design agencies into an invite-only competition to solve the industry's toughest online, desktop, and mobile design and development challenge. In each FizzPop Design Challenge regional event, a design problem is issued to 4 or 5 of the top design agencies just several days before the event. Teams reveal their connected application solutions to a panel of judges, peers, and of course, potential customers, live in real time. The solutions will showcase the value of the Microsoft platform and UX technologies for both customers and their agencies. The second annual FizzPop Design Challenge kicks off on election night, November 4th in New York City. You can follow along with all the fun with getcreativenews.tv. To find out more about FizzPop and to register to attend any of the nationwide events, which are free, head to www.fizzpop.com. As new technologies are discovered and developed, generally within a short time period afterwards, some type of committee is formed to create standards and best practices related to the new technologies. The Metadata Working Group, which was actually formed in 2006, is just now coming into the forefront of our industry with members that include Adobe, Apple, Canon, Microsoft, Nokia, and Sony. The group will develop and encourage best practices and implementation of standards for metadata. Metadata is the digital information about your digital files. In other words, simply data about data. So what does that mean? Well, it means that asset management workflows will be able to talk to each other and extract or embed metadata with consistent results each and every time for organizations such as Extensis and Canto. This means as we move forward to standardization, everybody will have all the information that they need about metadata. You can find out more information about the metadata group at http://metadataworkinggroup.org. This is the week for Halloween fun. And if you haven't come up with a creative pumpkin carving design, the folks at Photo Jojo will take you step by step on how to convert your photographs into patterns for photorealistic pumpkin carving. This info can be found at tinyurl.com/pumpkin2008. I've been creating people pumpkins for years, and this year is definitely no exception. I imagine that there will be quite a few political people pumpkins. Patterns that will assist you in carving your presidential jack-o'-lanterns can be downloaded at tinyurl.com/politicalpumpkins. Now, I will take you step by step on how to carve a photorealistic people pumpkin. Come with me. Come on. Okay, so let's talk about carving people pumpkins. I've got everything you need here, including the obligatory Halloween black cat. You don't need to have that though, but it's always a nice touch. One of the first things that you need to do, of course, is get your pumpkins. And once you've got your pumpkin all cleaned out, one of the things to do to make it last longer is to coat it with Vaseline. Once you've got that ready to go, you need to decide what kind of person that you want to put on your pumpkin. As I mentioned, there's a lot of political pumpkins probably that are going to be made. I'm going to make one of my favorites. I have my stencil here, and this actually is a stencil of Brandon Boyd, lead singer Incubus, and this actually makes a pretty cool pumpkin. So let's go ahead and get this taped in place. One of the really difficult things about taping this pattern into place is you've got to remember a pumpkin is round. So you're going to have to fold in the edges and actually get it to fit around the side of your pumpkin. So what we're going to do is take this and trace around the stencil so we're actually leaving little holes in our pumpkin. And you just follow this along the entire path. Once you have your stencil traced, then go ahead and pull off the paper and just check your pumpkin to make sure that your stencil has transferred on well. It's kind of hard to see, but you can check the surface pretty quickly. You can probably see the pattern in here, and we're just going to follow this along now when we actually cut this thing out. Okay, now some of the tools that you can use, you can simply take a knife and cut it out, or you could use some of these little pumpkin cutout tools to go in and slice through this, but I cheated because I thought this would be great. So I have a pumpkin saw. So this is the tool that I'm going to use, and I simply insert it just like I would a regular knife, and then begin to saw. The blade is great for small straight areas, but when you get into small nooks and crannies with a lot of detail, you can always rely on your official pumpkin cutting tools. And we're done. Let me poke out this last piece. Okay, so now I've got my candle inside. Let's shut off the lights and see what kind of an effect we get. I'm going to light up a couple of other pumpkins I made, and you guys can decide which you like best. So here's the last two pumpkins that I made. Can you guess what these are going to be? And here we have Barack Obama and Sarah Palin. So these are just two of the political pumpkin cartoons that you can find online, actually provided by the Associated Press. So thanks for joining me and watching me carve my Halloween pumpkin. Thanks to Sarah, Barack, and Brandon for allowing me to carve them. And one last thing, my son printed out a map of Russia to put next to Sarah so she wouldn't be lonely when she was on the campaign trail. This is Shellie Hall with Get Creative. Thanks for watching me carve pumpkins. So I hope you liked my pumpkins. Go out and carve some of your own. You've still got a few days before Halloween. So that's all the creative news I have for the week of October 28th, 2008. Have a happy and very safe Halloween week, and be sure to check out all of our Get Creative videos at getcreativenews.tv. This is Shellie Hall with Get Creative. Take care.